I'm truly honored that a lot of us in this age and time, we think about Swami Vivekananda. We learn through his timeless teachings. And in front of us, we are realizing how this great monk who lived only for 39 years with a lot of conviction has predicted a lot of things that will happen to our Bharat Mata in this holy land, where we will find our resurgence back. Today we are seeing right in front of our eyes. I'm extremely delighted. Come January 12, we are going to celebrate the 164th birthday of Swami Vivekananda. For me, his message is more important now, more than ever. India, Bharat, we are right in that cusp of change where we believe everything is possible in front of our eyes. For the last many years, we have suffered so much at the hands of colonizers. Post our political independence also, a rudderless way of running a country. Now, for the very first time, we believe by 2047, the vision of Awakened Bharat is possible. And Swami Vivekananda has predicted this long time back. This monk who took a lot of efforts to travel across the country, propagate the teachings of Vedanta, traveled very sincerely and dedicatedly to the industrialist West and spoken very high about the Hindu way of life, Hinduism, our land of Bharat, made sure the people in the Western society had a different outlook towards our country. And now, I only urge our youth now to read Swami Vivekananda more. Read all his letters, read all his speeches, read his speeches starting from 1893 in Chicago, and all the speeches he gave across America, across Europe, and also the series of speeches he started giving from Colombo, Jaffna, all the way to Almora, passing through Tamil Nadu. And that is important for all of us because Vivekananda's speeches and his writings, it has got questions, answers to all our minds. Sometimes he questions us to think deeper. Sometimes he gives answers to many of the questions that we have. So that is why it's a very important initiative. Advaita Ashramam, founded by Swami Vivekananda ji in 1899 in Champawat district, in a place Mayavati. As I was mentioning, Advaita Vedanta, which Swami Vivekananda ji espoused, because that is the root of our civilization, that is needed now more than any part of time in our lives. If anybody surveys the whole humanity now, whole world, it is conflict driven, and people right now, they see more the differences that civilizations and people have than the common factors that we all have. We see wars happening all across the humanity. We see people fight for petty reasons. We also see people want to thrive more on differences than on unifying factors. So Vivekananda ji, when he says the oneness, that all of us are together, the soul is together, which always meant there will be some minor differences in all of us. We might speak different languages. We might eat different foods. We might follow different customs. We might look a certain way. We might look a different way. But there is an underlying philosophy that all of us are one. That is why in the Bharat land, wherever we go, we always see a similar characteristics across the land of Bharat. We see sannyasis and mendicants across this land, which we don't see it out. We see people doing penance and fasting across this land where people don't do it outside. We also see a sense of brotherhood very strong. Even if I go to a distant part of Bharat, we also see a sense of brotherhood very strongly. So this is what we call by oneness. So let us all look at this oneness. Let us look more at our unifying factors rather than small dividing petty differences. Politicians thrive on it. Political parties thrive on it. A lot of people thrive on it. They want to make it a big issue and say we are different, you are different because we speak different languages. At least the next generation of youth, we have to follow the philosophy of oneness with a lot of integrity in our life, the way we live, and make sure the vision of Swami Vivekananda, because Vikshit Bharat can only happen if the underlying message of oneness of Bharat holds. Vikshit Bharat doesn't mean GDP alone. Vikshit Bharat means a culture that is proud of itself, a culture that feels that is not superior, but culture that has got a brotherly love towards the whole of world. Vikshit Bharat means people live a harmonious life. Viksit Bharat also means people live a rich life. So you need richness, you also need harmonious life along with it. So this can happen only if the youth believe the concept, the message of oneness is true, and we live by that ideality. I hope and pray we do that. Only then the fullest vision of Viksit Bharat is possible. And this is the time for us to understand Vivekanandaji's message of oneness of all. Advaita Ashramam to propagate it far and wide. And it is also important for us to read more into Swami Vivekanandaji's philosophy, especially the inspiration behind setting up Advaita Ashramam in Champavat, Mayavati in Uttarakhand, and why Vivekanandaji always believed that we all one. And Tamil land is also a blessed land where Swami Vivekanandaji has spent a significant amount of time here. And his vision of Bharat, his idea how Bharat will be many years from now, for him the envisionment happened in Kanyakumari, where we call the Vivekananda Rock now. And also before going to the World Parliament of Religions in Chicago, the Ramanathapuram Raja, he came, he met from here, Swami Vivekanandaji was sent. And when Swami Vivekanandaji came, after completing his very successful tour of the West from 1893 to 97, again he entered our Bharat through Ramanathapuram, a place called Kundukkal, and all of the iconic speeches that he gave across Tamil Nadu when he travelled through the train. So we all fondly remember the youth in this era has to read Swami Vivekanandaji to more inculcate his teachings, understand it with a lot of clarity, and start living their lives with a life of purpose. For me, my study table, I'm talking to you from here, I always have Swami Vivekanandaji here. When I'm in self-doubt, when I'm happy, whatever mood I am in, I always look at Swami Vivekanandaji. I just believe by having a simple look at Swami Vivekanandaji, I will get answers to a lot of life's pressing questions. And I read a lot of his books. I kind of try and sit down, reread it again and again, because every time we read his speeches or his letters, every time it's a new perspective. I only hope and pray that we adapt to Vivekanandaji's advice more in a mission mode, because we don't have a lot of times to lose. We only have another 20-25 years to make sure Swami Vivekanandaji's vision of a Viksit Bharat is realized in our lifetime in front of our eyes. Thank you. Jai Hind.